In the 16th century, Italian princess Bona Sforza married Sigismund I, and when she arrived in Poland, she found the food and the climate not exactly to her taste. As a result, she introduced into Poland herbs, spices, and indeed olive oil, and a love for Italian food, which we have today in Poland. Now, I tried to get in touch with Bona Sforza's people, her PR officer, but it turns out she's not available for the interview. But luckily for us, we found Italy's next best thing, popular chef and presenter Cristina Catese. Cristina, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Fact,
buongiorno, ciao.
I'm going to say benvenuto al programma, Cristina.
Bellissimo, è super.
Oh yeah. I am absurdly proud of the fact that I managed to remember that sentence.
You must be.
Welcome very much, and I have to say
Thank
we've
you.
known each other for a couple of years since we
Yes.
appeared on a TV program together, and I've
Yes,
been following
yeah.
you, but this is the first
And me
time.
too.
Yeah, well, Instagram is a wonderful thing. I've been following your kind of journey as you became more and more popular on television.
Thank you.
You're now
Thank
a regular chef on the Dzień dobry TVN
Yes,
program
yes,
in
I
the
am.
mornings, cooking delightful Italian food. The Poles seem to love Italian food.
Actually, I feel beloved by Poland, and of course not because of me, but because of the food that I prepare.
Do you cook all types of Italian food? Did you say, because you're originally from Rome?
Yes.
What do you specialize in?
A regional kitchen and then international, because of course I have been traveling for all the life, and I love traveling, and the best way to know the new cultures is through the food.
Yes, indeed. Now, Bona Sforza came to Poland in the 16th century, and she found that there was a lot of meat, and the food wasn't very interesting. Poland has changed, but you arrived in 2001, I remember. What was it like then?
Actually, about this, you know that the first thing that I have done after 1 month that I decided to stay in Poland, and it was already 18 years ago, to have a course of Polish cuisine.
Ah.
Because really, it's always interesting to see and to taste how they live and how to approach the new culture that then became also partially my culture.
And did you find the food a little conservative, let's
Heavy.
say? Heavy.
Heavy. For me, it was heavy because even if the stereotype of Italian cuisine is pizza, pasta, and something really lasagne,
Yeah.
but we are not eating every day these kind of things, of course.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of salads and vegetables, and for me, a few things were okay. Soups are very tasty, are extremely good, but also they are heavy.
Quite heavy.
Exactly, yeah. Because there is the heavy cream inside in most of them. Then, of course, during these 18 years, I have been, seeing how the way of cooking here has changed. And this for me is, and better, and they are going, really so far. Fantastic. The new generation of the cooks that they are going through all the roots and discovering again all the cuisine that was destroyed by the invasions and the war. It's fantastic.
Do you have a favorite Polish dish?
Of course, yes. I have żurek and szabiowa soups, and then kotlets schabowe. I love it.
Really? Italian chef who loves kotlets schabowe?
From time to time you need something consistent, And then of course pierogi, because pierogi, they are so similar to our tortelloni or ravioli. But so for me, the first time I still remember when I have tried pierogi with kapusta e grzybami. That was,
mushrooms.
Oh my God, mushrooms, of course, and cabbage. Fantastic. And then all these small tortellini, this usca that they do in the bars, and pasticci that I do at home, of course, for Christmas. So in my way, I do half Italian and half Polish.
The Poles absolutely love Italian food. There's a pizzeria on every single corner. Are they close to authentic?
Not really.
Oh.
Not really. Few of them, they do their best, let's say. of course, few of them are closer because they use Italian products, and they are, that's the quality, just the matter of quality, and for sure then the oven, because most of them, they have not enough good. And then this kind, and then of course pizzaiolo, the pizza man has to be real one.
Do you find yourself, when you're in an Italian restaurant in Poland, kind of, or any restaurant really as a chef, is it easy to eat a meal without thinking about?
This is one of the most common question. But but where are you going to eat? Italian? Do you know Italian restaurant? Yes, at home. I can cook for you if you want, please.
But of course, not everybody can eat at Cristina's home. But I'm sure she's probably Italian enough to invite half of Warsaw or half of Poland to her home. You've been cooking now on Dzień Dobry TVN.
Yes.
What is it like cooking on live television?
Well, that's, the first time, I still remember it was 2 years ago, and it was really stressy. But then it's magic. You forget that you have cameras, and exactly I treat the action live like at home. Okay, now I do, and then I do this, and then, okay, now Marcin, come here. And then we do, and oh my God, the apron, and this is how it works.
I was in the studio on Monday, and I have to say it was very difficult because of smelling so many wonderful things. What are you trying to show Polish people about Italian food? Are you trying to show them something new?
Yes. First of all, we are not just pizza and pasta, of course. We have so many things, so healthy, that they really give the possibility to have a variety of food. A lot of vegetables, fruit, and salads. And I did everything on chickpeas on Monday,
yes.
And it was a fantastic soup. It's an alternative, because you can do with a little bit of bacon or without, and it's typical from Rome. My grandmother was cooking this. I still remember when, and I love it, actually. And hummus, that is a little bit, more trendy. And then pizza, that is street food, white, with this hummus. No, I try to give a few opinions.
I'm really getting hungry. This is why I avoid Cristina, because she makes me feel hungry just even looking at her, frankly. Do you have other shows that you do? Where else can you find you?
Actually, now I have a program in Radio Color 3 times per week. Very small. We talk, in fact, about with a dietetic about the exactly healthy part of Italian food, good products, and how we are able to make a fusion with Italian and Polish products, because this is the secret to cook. Exactly, I'm giving the inspiration, and then you go back home and say, oh, this crazy Italian was doing something good. Yes, I will do. Let me open the fridge, I will do in a different way.
You're also a chef at the Akademia whirlpool in Warsaw, not so
Akademia
far.
kulinarna whirlpool is not very far, yes.
What is the Akademia about?
We do fantastic workshop, and people are coming to us to enjoy. I'm teaching, of course, but it's a kind of idea to spend 3, 4, 5 hours with us. I'm teaching recipes, they are enjoying, or companies, they are with us for all day long. They have team building. No, this is very nice.
It's amazing. I'm now going to have to admit that to this. Not only we know each other from TV, but I've also taken the whirlpool course. And it's amazing how when people are talking over food, the conversation changes. Do you see that all the time? And
also the way that you really build the team working together. If I remember correctly, we were doing, handmade pasta together. Yes,
that was so good.
And it's so nice because you are next to your colleague, and you are saying, "Oh, you know what? You are not talking about the job. You are talking. You know what? This raviolo, mine is much better. Look, look." just food.
Have you ever had any situations where people have argued because there's some existing
No, but they
problem?
joke a lot because, you know, there is a kind of competition when, for example, we share in groups and then the group evidently is doing better and, you know, they are first and they are, haha, look at me, look at this, look. And of course now the pictures everywhere and to all the plates and who is serving, you know, like fine dining. Or, oh, this is, you know, very nice, very.
I can just tell by the way you're talking that you really enjoy this. Which is better, teaching cooking or being on live TV? Teaching cooking but appearing on TV?
I tell you, I cannot stay without the contact with people because it's giving such energy. And the day by day, you know, I have every 2 months the proposal to have a restaurant. But I cannot because in this way I supposed to leave everything and because you know who is cooking for a restaurant then has no contact, no workshops and no TV, because you have no time. Yeah. It's difficult. And I cannot imagine my life without, you know, all these people going, coming, asking and answering, and I need to give this energy.
I love it. I often say that Poles are sort of natural-born chefs, as in they've got this tradition of home cooking that we kind of lost a little bit in Britain, TV dinners, that kind of thing. Would you agree that Poles are pretty good home cooks?
Yes, they are. And they are, what I really appreciate, they are fantastic at home. They are taking care about the family a lot. And in this packet is exactly including also the cooking. Because, you know, the way that Polish fathers, they take care also about children, and then they prepare a small dinner or the small, you know, snack for the afternoon or for the school. It's fantastic, really.
Of course, in the Polish national anthem, you have from Ziemi Włoski do Polski, there's this long tradition of Italian-Polish relations. So you said you felt beloved.
Yes.
Have you ever had any times, presumably people have said to you quite often, what the hell are you doing in Poland? The winter, the food, or the people?
This I always say because this is exactly the truth. My boss at that time, 20 years ago, sent me 3 weeks to Paris, and he told me, listen, you have to live over there because the place that there is a place for you. And look, if you like, it was July. I went over there 3 weeks. It was raining all the time. It was so cold. And I was, you know, super elegant and, you know, in this very light and with this hat. And I still remember I was in Champs-Élysées, it was raining so much that I had this white Panama and the rain was going like this and this Panama was, you know, hanging on my nose. I came back to the hotel and I called him and saying, I'm coming back. I don't want to stay here. It's gray, cold, and exactly not friendly people. And that's it. And I went back. After 3 months, it was exactly November, I was invited for an appointment to my boss' place, and he, please sit down. And so now you have no choice. We are going to Warsaw in 3 weeks. And in that moment, of course, you know, okay, it's a new challenge and we'll be fine and blah, blah, blah. We arrived in the aircraft, we arrived in Warsaw, they opened the door, and in Rome was plus 14, and in Warsaw was minus 28. I turned the face to my boss and I say, I will not stay, do you understand? And I'm still here.
Do you often change your mind? This maybe was the one time.
No, but this, you know, it was.
Presumably you weren't dressed for that occasion either if you just come from plus 14 to minus 28.
It was really a shock. Yeah. Come on, it's even if I was, you know, skiing a lot and I was used to, you know, so cold, but it's totally different because the life in the city, I'm not going, you know, with the boots for skiing or, you know, with this leotard. No, you are going to dress normal, and for me it was a shock, really.
We've got now your special item, and I kind of know what it is in advance, which I shouldn't do, but it's pretty obvious from outside. What have you brought with you today? Sentimentale.
Sentimentale. And this is exactly the reason why I'm here for such a long time. After 2 weeks that I came here in Poland first time, I met who was my companion for 17 years. And this is exactly the ticket that helped me to not go back to Italy and to decide to stay here forever. Then the love finished, but I'm still here.
The love of Poland remains. Now, presumably you bought these specially for the show. Presumably they were stuck somewhere in a box.
Yes,
somewhere.
yes, exactly, in a box, like memories.
And this is probably the first time you've looked at them for a long time.
Yes, this is a long time because, you know, when the story finishes, you try to have distance from, but I have still good memories. This is not, you know, a reason to be sad. This is a reason to be happy.
So going back to that time, this is your ticket to Poland to live permanently.
Exactly.
So it's a one-way ticket.
Yes.
I think one-way tickets are the most powerful kind of ticket you can
Exactly.
buy. Looking back now over the last long 18 years of time, if you could say something to the young Cristina who's got, not the younger Cristina who's coming over, what would you say to her?
Do it. Because it's fantastic. I always say that life is beautiful. We cannot lose even 1 second. There is always the second chance. The life is taking, but the life is giving. It's like to have two ends. In one, she's taking, but in the other, is giving. And it's always much, much more what she gives.
It's so enjoyable talking to you. I think we could talk for a very long time. I just want to go back to what you've been doing over there. Were you always a professional chef then? Or
No,
what's that journey been?
I did step by step because well, all my family are cooking. Everybody is cooking. Then I will tell you all the story about also my brother, and my brother has 2 daughters, and they are on the good, you know, moment also of the life. I have been doing course, you know, cooking courses for all the life. And then I was helping in a restaurant, my friend's mother, parents' restaurant for a long time. Over there they discovered that, you know, I was already talented because I have started when I was 5 years old. My grandmother, if I wanted to do handmade pasta, I had to sleep with her because at 5 in the morning, handmade pasta. And my father was a Rotary. So they need to do these, you know, big dinners once per month at home with many people, 30, 40 people. And I still remember my mother and granny, of course, they were cooking, and my grandmother saying, Cri, please don't chat, do it. No, please, come on, stop it, do it. And I don't remember what I supposed to do, but I was doing. In that from that moment, I never stopped.
I want to ask you what food from Poland you don't like? What can you not eat?
I was eating because I was guest in a house, and it was this the main dish, and I had no heart to say that I don't like bigos.
What?
Bigos.
How can you not like bigos?
Because for me was maybe they were not you know, well cooked, but this strange smell was too much for me. And then I have tried, of course, again twice to, you know, to taste, but probably it was so strong the first time that I have tried that then I couldn't again. The rest I'm eating everything with great pleasure, even flaky.
Even flaky. My heart is almost broken. Maybe you haven't tried my father-in-law's bigos, that's why, so I'm going to bring
So
you
exactly, please bring, oh, this I love it, you know, when someone is giving some ready food to a chef.
From homemade. Also, what annoys you about Poland? What would you change if you could do?
I tell you that just the weather, because the rest, I mean, this is what I see that they behave to me. I don't know if to everybody. As I told you, they love me. They love what I do. I have never had any problem with anybody. They are always, you know, ready to help. really, what can I say? 2 weeks, 3 weeks of bad weather during the winter. If I remember when the first time I opened the door, this was 18 years ago, of the, a shop, food shop, no, simply, and I open, I smile, and with my accent, very strong, Dzień dobry! And on the face of this old lady in the shop, it was written, oh my God, she's totally crazy. because it was like this. But then after 1 year, things were changing so fast. Everything was going.
Cristina, finally, where is your favorite place to eat in Warsaw, other than your home and the Akademia kulinarna whirlpool?
Oh, if friends, they prepare something good for me, I never say no. Even if it's a small sandwich. I love, because someone else is taking care of you.
I think it's probably a good thing to be Cristina's friend, because I suspect you probably eat quite well if you're her friend, given what she knows and given what she cooks. I've enjoyed this interview tremendously, and I know our viewers will as well.
Fantastic it was. Thank you, Patrick.
You can search for Cristina Catese. Catese, I'm saying it right?
Yes, of course.
And you'll find plenty of fantastic recipes and a whole amount of humour, energy and passion. I think that Roman energy will never leave.
Gladiator.
So now, now I will send you to the gladiators if you do not share this episode, and check out some of our fascinating interviews with fascinating people doing fascinating things wherever you find them. Make sure that you send this episode on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Be a part of sharing Heart of Poland, and I'll see you again for the next episode.